Hey Vaughn, I thought I'd make the video I was telling you about playing Fortnite. I'm going to try and do it all just in the course of one game. I'm going to try to get to end game on this. Go ahead and load up. So, kind of an introduction to Fortnite in general, but then also some of the key concepts I've been telling you about. Um, so this is just me loading up into a solo game. Got a loading screen going on. Um, so the first thing I'll tell you about this is the loading island where everybody's loading up as we wait for the lobby to fill up to about 100. There's 99 in right now. Bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a green bar. That's my health. It's at 100 right now, and then the bar right above it, I can fill that up with shield, which is a blue health, to another 100. You'll also see bottom right will be my inventory, which will be empty when I first start out. Here's the island. I'll go to map view. So there's the map. Notice the bus route. That'll come into play in a little bit because a lot of people are going to be jumping out and landing at these towns here. I'm actually going to go up here, which is a real cold drop. There might be somebody that lands there, but it wouldn't be more than maybe one person, maybe two. That would be unusual. But generally, when it's that far from the bus route, I'm going to jump out. And I'll deploy my glider so I can kind of pan around. You can kind of see how big the map is. And then I'll just head over here. So the first thing that I do is I have a couple of places that I drop. This is one of my main drops here. And what you want to do in Fortnite is you want to craft a rotation that gets you the loot that you need, the guns, and several other inventory items that you need. So you don't want to just drop any old place. You want to drop where you know there's going to be the things that you need, and that you'll come out of it with a decent inventory, with some materials, and with a few guns and some heals. So I look at this little hilltop right here, and if there's a chest there, you can see there's a chest over on that hill too. But I usually drop here if there's a chest. The reason I drop here, number one, is so I already have a shotgun. I look around and see if anybody else is dropping. And if they are, then I know that I need to, decide how I'm going to push them. But it doesn't look like anybody else is here. So I'm starting to collect mats, and what that'll do is if somebody does show up, it'll give me some materials to build with if I need to. This guy here is just an NPC, a non-playable character. He's always here along with his buddy, kind of guarding this area, and they won't do anything unless you fight them, which I will fight him eventually, and I'll explain why. So I'm going around looking for chests. So crafting a rotation is something that I actually learned. It's not just that you learn it in Fortnite, but you actually use what you learn over and over again, as opposed to, say, reading a business book. You might learn the concept, but you don't use it in any context. And even though Fortnite is just a digital world, but you actually get to practice the things that you learn. So crafting a rotation is one of them, and that's analyzing, looking at the map, deciding where am I going to land in a way that gets me what I need. See my blue heals down on the bottom left. I just did the chug splashes, and then I did a big pop. And I've got enough to do 10 or 11 builds. And so now I'm going to fight this guy. These guys are pretty easy to fight. He actually got me pretty good there. That wasn't good. Then I'm going to come over here. I need 2 people in order to get this vault open. And then I'm going to get out of this guy's way because I actually took quite a bit more damage than usual. Oh, somebody's here. Uh-oh, I'm going to die. Okay. Yeah, I was already low heals, and then that guy was able to take me out pretty easily. I'm going to ready up again. So crafting a rotation is analyzing where the bus is, deciding where to land, and then where you're going to go next, in a way that gets you with the loadout that you want. So I have particular guns I usually try and get, and a couple of extra items that I want to have in my inventory. And so as you are going from the place that you drop to and I'll show you. Hopefully I won't die this time. That was kind of unusual. I wasn't paying too much attention to that guy, and that was a pretty bad fight. But crafting a rotation. A rotation means your movement around the map. I don't know why it's called that, but that's what it's called in the gaming community. And you want to, especially as you play the game over and over again. So this, before the bus route went this way, now it's going this way. So it just goes whichever way. I'll go back to the same place. And so as you play and get to know the map, I have a particular route that I go to make sure I have what I need. And that actually is translated into kind of in the real world, thinking through, have I crafted a rotation through my day and through my week and through my year that gets me what I need? And so have I crafted a rotation through a job that gets me what I need? So it's just kind of a mindset of, as I start something, thinking, how am I going to proceed through this situation in a way that I make sure that I have all the things that I need and kind of maximize the likelihood that I'm going to be successful. That's one of the main. That's one of the concepts. But the beautiful thing about Fortnite is you can play over and over and over again, and so you get to actually put that idea into practice and kind of absorb it. Not so much like, oh, you see, there's not a chest there, and I'm too low to land there, so I'm not gonna have the benefit of having a chest early on because I wasn't really paying attention. And I don't have a gun, so hopefully nobody shows up. If somebody shows up, I'm just gonna try and run. Get away. There's a gun. So that's one element of Fortnite that has translated into real life for me, where I kind of keep that concept of making sure I have a good rotation through situations, getting the stuff I need first. There's a lot of ways you can learn that. I just learned it and kind of honed it in Fortnite. Let's take that. Another thing is game sense. So right now I have something that I'm actively doing, which is collecting materials. And I'm going to set myself up a little better, hopefully, this time. I'm going to block that off so that guy can't get any shots off on me. Going to get a good shot off with this sniper and knock them. Now that's a little bit more like it. So game sense is trying to stay both aware of what's going on right now in the game. Throw him up there. But also, where are you in the game right now? So like right now, this is early game. But I don't know where the map, I haven't looked at the map yet, so I'm not aware of how far that I'm going to have to travel when the storm closes. And I'm not going to look right now. I'm going to go ahead and loot up. Get my health back up. And then, pretty quickly, I need to establish where is the map going to be closing to. And then what am I going to do next? So kind of staying aware of what's going on map-wise. Here, once I get up on this hill, I just went through the porta-john. And that's where I was down there. I landed over here, and then I looted up here, and then that porta-john sends me up to this porta-john through a tunnel, which is pretty funny. I think I'll take that. So I've got full health. I've got some extra shields, got some guns that I like. I'm going to go down here, and there's one more piece of inventory that I need. And then I'm going to look at the map and see where I am. I think I'll try and decide what I want. Okay, now I'm going to look at my map. So you have mechanical skills, which is just learning how to do the things inside of Fortnite and getting better at building, shooting, movement, that kind of thing. And then you have game sense, which is staying aware of where you're at in the game. So I'm still in early game, but the circle's about to close. So this, you can see this purple circle is actually closing in towards the circle right here. And so it's going to take 2 minutes and 36 seconds. It shows right here how much time it's going to take for that circle to close down to that size. So if I stay in this purple circle for very long, it'll start taking away my health. And so you want to get to circle fairly quickly. So I'm going to start moving in that direction once I do a little bit more looting up. Fortunately, I have the meta right now is this inventory thing right here, Spider-Man's web shooters. Lets you move around the map very quickly. So it's before I probably would have been caught in the storm if I hadn't moved before this, but now I know I can move pretty quickly. So I'm going to get some more wood so I can build. So game sense, which includes where is the circle? Where are you at in terms of how soon is the circle going to close? Somebody was up there. Somebody was up there. I'm going to go ahead and get this tree, and then you can see up on the top right-hand side of my screen that the storm's about to get me. So I'm going to start moving. And the most effective tactic available includes having these Spider-Man web slingers that lets you move very quickly, and that's a very useful thing whether you're in a fight and need to move or get to circle quickly. Whoa, that's a lot of loot right there. And there's somebody there. I think I'll take this fight. Oh, somebody already got him. Got him? Okay. Thank you very much. Grab this loot before the storm closes. It's probably worth it for me to go and get this loot. Even though the storm is close. I'll take that. Ooh, I want that too. All right. So you could see it's already doing damage. It doesn't do too much damage. The further into the game that you get, the more damage it does. Oops. So I need to go and find some health to heal up again once I get to circle. Thank you very much. I'll take that. You can upgrade your weapons. It's the same gun, just a better version of it, the different colors. That full wood. How'd that happen? I'm going to heal up. I'm also going to box myself up so nobody can just shoot me. Okay, I'm already full heals, so... So, game sense. Staying aware staying aware of where you are at in the game. Pretty regularly. And then mechanical skills. So, for example, you know, this I'll edit this ramp. So you can turn this ramp that I built around. So you hit edit and then decide how you're going to edit it, or you can do a half ramp like that. You can also edit walls and then reset them, edit windows and walls. So getting good at the mechanical skills of just learning how to do that stuff pretty quickly. Somebody's over there. But I don't have full health. What are you going to do, Dave? Oh, somebody's here. Hey, he got behind me. Good for him. Okay, we've got 2 guys coming in. I think I'm going to dip. I don't really feel like fighting 2 guys without full health. Oh, there's another guy here. Keep on rolling. Yeehaw. I'm going to go in and see if I can find some health. And another thing that I've learned in Fortnite, or just like practice, it's not like, this is not news, but the fact that you can practice it over and over and over again and get better at the actual practice is what's different about Fortnite than learning the same concept from, say, a business book. Is the idea of resetting, always being aware of the need to reset. So like when I decided not to take that fight because I needed to heal back up, that's something I was really bad at. I just wouldn't think about it. There's some heals right there. But by playing Fortnite over and over again, somebody's close to me. I'm going to go ahead and take this fight. Going to chase him down. I did a lot of damage to him. So it's worth taking this fight because I think I can beat him. Could be wrong, but... Got him. Yeah, I got pretty lucky on that because I got quite a bit of damage on before he knew I was there. So again, now I'm going to reset. I'm going to kind of take stock pretty quickly of where am I at, what are my shields, look at my materials, make sure I have plenty of materials, look at my inventory to make sure I have what I want. I think, where are we at? So I'm going to switch from my sniper because the circles are getting closer, so there's not going to be as many long range things. I'm going to make sure all my guns are reloaded. So just this idea of every chance you get to kind of reset the situation and make sure you're ready. And the fact that you can practice that in Fortnite and kind of not just practice the idea, but actually get the feel for what it means to sense that you need to do that. That's what I like. Things I learned in Fortnite are not new, but the fact that you can practice them. Oh, there's a guy right there. Got him. Poor guy, I didn't know I hit him. Hey, good building. He's gonna get me if I'm not careful. Okay, I need to reset this even though he's pretty well got taken a lot of damage. I think I'm gonna go ahead and reset. I probably could have killed that guy, but there's a chance he could have gotten a shot off on me. And so, like, that part of my brain, when I still want to engage in that fight, that tells me don't keep on doing the thing you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and kill this chicken. Poor thing. Because I can get some heals. Ah, that's unfortunate. Let's dip again. How did that reset so fast? That's crazy. Ooh, I don't like to be too close to those trees because people can knock them down. Gotcha. Got to be careful with the web slingers because if somebody shoots you out, you can die from the fall damage. And this guy had some really nice loot. Don't mind if I do. Make sure I got all of his loot. I'm going to switch out my web slingers for his. Somebody's close. Somebody's close. I hear you. I feel you. Ooh, boy. Not good. I'm going to go ahead and hide in this bush, I guess. And five players left. Okay, I've talked about game sense, kind of staying aware of where you are at in the game in general, your mechanical skills. Just, you know, one thing I didn't talk about was going into creative. So if there's something that I'm not good at and I see other players are good at a certain kind of building or editing or something else, you can actually go into creative, which is a version of Fortnite that you're not actually fighting people. Somebody's right there. And practice. What if I actually could aim and hit people? That would be phenomenal. Yeah, I know you're coming for me. Oh, good for you. That stinks. Oh, no, no. Yeah, good job. You got me. Oh, my gosh. Can't get away from the fire. I need to start building with something besides wood. There we go. I think there was something I could heal with, but too many people around. Let's see if I can sneak around this guy. Where'd he go? There he is. So yeah, I was talking about going into creative. So if there's somebody that just is better at you, you can go into creative and practice, you know, a certain kind of build. Oh, I want to take a shot at that guy. Or practice aiming. There's all kinds of games you can play to get better. And I think that really translates well for these kids that are playing Fortnite all the time. Like, they know Fortnite's hard, but they don't worry about it. They just know that if something's hard for you, you have to go and learn it. 3 people left. So I think it's just a good skill to learn to say, hey, you know, on Fortnite, when you're not good at something, you don't worry about it too much. But you just go into creative so you can get better at it. Same thing in real life. Boy, I want to take this guy out. He's going to have to... Another thing is margin in the moment of execution. Like right now, okay, I've gotta get out of here. Yeah, I feel ya, but so creating margin in the moment of execution is right at the moment. Well, like Fortnite is pretty fast paced. Like right now, if I get in a fight, it can get, come on, build for me. Trying to get high ground. Yep, I've got high ground. So now I'm going to look down. But creating margin for yourself, a little bit of space to think. And it can be as simple as just moving side to side so somebody can't just drill you with a gun. And that gives you a little bit of space to make decisions. Where's this guy? Still 2 other players left. 25 damage. Okay. Having the high ground is... Got that guy. Oh, somebody's on me. So this is the final fight. So I'm just trying to get myself a little bit of space to breathe. Boom! I actually got a victory royale. I get like maybe 1 in, I don't know how many. That's unusual for me to win a game like that. But actually creating a little bit of space right when you're acting. If I can mentally not get my RAM so bogged down. And the way I do that is I learn little techniques so that right in the moment when, I turn this music off, right in the moment when I'm acting, I'm actually able to think, not just act. And so that can be as simple as if I'm in a gunfight with somebody moving side to side, and so they miss some of their shots, that gives me a little tiny bit of space to think. And it can also just be a mindset. When I go into a fight, if I'm like very defensive, that tends to absorb all of my RAM. But if I can go a little offensive and try and get the upper hand, that gives me just a little space. Being up on top of over another player, is a better position for a variety of reasons. So that gives me a little space. But that concept of giving yourself that space in the middle of a fight so that you can actually think has probably been one of the biggest concepts that's been helpful to me. Just in my personal life. So whenever I'm in a situation where I tend not to act in a way that like I want to, I kind of stop and say, okay, what's going on here? And how can I create some margin in the moment of a situation, if it's like an interpersonal conflict of some sort that I consistently have, with like a subcontractor or something, instead of just trying to get better at the conflict, actually step back away from the conflict to create some margin for myself in that moment. Because however good I get at conflict resolution, if I can't think in the moment, it doesn't matter. I'll be just reacting. But if I can, as I'm driving into a situation where I know there's going to be conflict, I can think, okay, how can I buy myself a little bit of space? And it can be just as simple as rehearsing, something like saying, let me think about that, as opposed to just responding, like buying myself a little bit of time, like give me a minute to think about that. Can be a little technique to buy myself margin in the moment of execution. All the way from that to, playing tennis. I really improved my tennis game when I started applying what I learned in Fortnite about margin in the moment of execution to my tennis game. So instead of just trying to hit the ball well, I was trying to buy myself space so that I could play as good as I could, as opposed to, so it would be like backing up a step to give myself, just as soon as somebody hits the ball towards me, I back up the step and I turn a certain way and I get my racket in position, so that at the moment of hitting the ball, I have a little bit more space to think a little clearer. So anyway, those are just a few things. So that kind of gives you an idea of Fortnite, what Fortnite's like. And then some of the thinking and practice. And that's the again, I can't stress, it's not the idea. It's the fact that I can practice over and over and over and over again and get really skilled at utilizing the thoughts that I'm learning in Fortnite by practicing in Fortnite. So there you go. 32 minutes. I didn't expect to win the game, so it usually doesn't take that long. So give me a little bit more time to talk. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later.